welcome back to the channel. Hope you're grand on this fine Monday, well, just after tea time. To my left, I've got Luke, so good evening.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
How are you?
Absolutely brilliant. How are you, Dan?
I'm very well, thank you. Well, it's the big game tomorrow, and feel like it came around quite quick since the first leg, don't you think?
Speak for yourself. It seemed like an absolute mile away. I mean, Christ. It was only Saturday, but, I mean, it's been a long wait. I'd rather we play the day after.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 5 people in. First comment as well. Seeing TV and all that. You probably will. You probably will. Um, yeah, get involved in the chat, guys. 6 people watching at the minute, which 7 actually, which is quite nice. So do get involved in comments. Tell us what you think about the game tomorrow. If we're going to win or not. I'll put the link for the guests to come on if you want to come on. What do you think going into the game tomorrow? Like, I know it's a Fantasy Forest, and we've been in this position before, but what do you think?
No, we haven't been in this position before.
We have been
You,
in Yeovil.
no. There's a difference. Not playing this way.
Yeah.
Steve Cooper has a plan. I'm echoing again, but whatever.
Yeah, you know in there.
But anyway, if we go out and approach the game exactly how we approach every other game in the league, we will probably steamroller Sheffield United this leg
Mm-hmm.
because we just know what we're doing. We have that identity, we have that style, and at the end of the day, get the first goal, City ground, we're rocking, and I can just see another Swansea coming on.
Yeah.
They'll crumble at the back.
Yeah. Stephen, I won't have no smoke bombs from my bad. That's like the second person that said that to me today. Russ got your first goal. I could agree with that, Danny. And how it going, mate? All right, you. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite looking forward to it. Like now, I don't know if you're doing that sleep or not tonight, but I don't know how you feel.
I I have not actually been stressed before any of these games because we play the way we play, and it's either going to be good enough or it's not.
Mm.
I mean, let's face it, we're winning 2-1 at half time. So if we just go out, play the game like it's a 0-0, go out, win the game, like Cooper says every game, go out to win, and then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, true. Lenny saying, "Gonna smash the me's, mate." I'm just loving the confidence from Forest fans. I mean, did you see what Higginbottom said today? That apparently we celebrated like we won the tie. Proper like mind games, to say the least.
Shock horror. Team scores goal, fans celebrate. I mean, wow, who'd have thought it?
Mm. I mean, a proper mind games that was. I mean, it just doesn't show that it trying to play it down and just trying to find players which fan, which I get because it is like funny, but I mean, if he's worried, I'd make out some such daft comment.
I think we've got him rattled. I don't think he was actually expecting us to play as well as we did and come out with a 2-1. I mean, play like that at the City ground, it will not be 2-1. We seriously cannot create that many chances in another game of football and not score more goals?
Yates' shoulder's fine, as far as I know. No injury updates. Cooper did say yesterday that everyone's fit. There ain't no injury concerns to note from the game on Saturday, so I imagine that everyone's fully fit unless if something happens between after Cooper's press conference and nah. I mean,
Let's face it, right? Let's face it. If Yates was injured and his shoulder was that bad, he'd probably still play anyway. Because, I mean, try telling Ryan Yates he's not going to play in the second leg of the semi-final playoff. I mean, the guy never wants to come off the pitch as it is. So, I think it'll be more or less the same team.
I mean, how do you feel Keenan Davis being back? I mean, I sort of called it Friday night that he was back, but I mean, massive difference to have Keenan Davis back, even though he might only be around 70% fit, 80% fit, but he made that massive difference on Saturday, and I'm not expecting him to start tomorrow because I'm more rather have him on last 20 minutes, half an hour, just chucking it up to him.
Well, let's put it this way. If you've got two strikers available in your playoffs, it's a massive bonus because you can play one player for 60, 70 minutes, then lob on your other player, and they're not going to tire out because you've alternated them across. So Keenan Davis being back, I mean, can you imagine looking at the side of the pitch? You've just defended against Surridge, Johnson, and Zinkernagel for about 60 minutes, and then you put Lolly and Davis on. And Mighton. Wow.
It is quality. I mean, keep your comments coming in, guys. Tell us what you think your team's going to be against them up there and one. I've said that in a polite way. But yeah, you sort of answered what I was going to say about it. That I mean, I was going to ask you who you wanted to play anyway, but you sort of answered that question already.
I mean, I reckon it was the same team. Personally, I'd like to see Lolly get a bit of a go after he got in on Egan. But at the same time, I think it's more than effective off the bench as well. I think Zinkernagel is due a goal. And I've seen people slagging off Zinkernagel because he missed the chance for Colback's goal. But if Zinkernagel hadn't missed, Colback wouldn't have scored. So in essence, we still scored from that, and it's not like the chance was missed.
Mm. Well, I've got 7 people live watching. Get me up to 2K on this YouTube channel. I mean, with 51, as far as I know, I'll do a live check now. We are 51 off, so do get me up to 2K. If you're new to the channel, that one of the house rules, get me up to 2K. Like, share, tell your mates, tell your family, your brother, your sister, your mum, your dad, your grandma, your sons, your daughters, whoever, get me up to 2K.
Anybody else you want to reference, Dan?
Oh yeah, your mum, Luke. Tell her to subscribe. Say for mum jokes. I jumped that out now, sorry for the mum jokes. Gavin saying same again tonight and grab the win. I mean, that's still. I mean, I don't know if you've seen what I retweeted on Twitter earlier. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but they were saying it was some stats about it for the second leg, which I found really interesting. Just gonna get it up. Apparently, Forest never won a playoff semi-final home leg, and Sheffield United had never won a playoff semi-final away from home. which I find interesting because I think, yeah, I know Sheffield United's been in 8 playoffs, but not to win a away leg. I mean, we've been in 5, but to not win a home leg, it's a bit scary. I mean, we could actually change that tomorrow.
The thing is, right? This is not like anything else before. I mean, you can't see Steve Cooper resting your best players in your second leg of a playoff, like a la Billy Davis versus Swansea. Sorry, I have to remind people. But that's not going to happen. Your best players will play, and you play the same way you played for the whole season. Because let's face it, I think Cooper was is cursing something he did before. Because he keeps coming out and saying we play the way we play, we don't deviate from it,
Callum
and to a
said,
degree, it's working.
oh, it is to be fair. Callum said, as long as we start Sewage and bring Davis into it second half, I don't believe Lodge should start tomorrow. I like to see the front three involved with Sint, Sam and Bram. Either way, we are coming.
I agree, Callum. The only reason I said Lolly was because of the impact he had against John Egan. But I think I said just after that it's effective off the bench. And I think Zink tires him out, Jono ties him out, sorry, and then you bring on your players like Davis, Mighton, uh, Lolly, because then you can afford to do it then. Whereas at the start they can probably set it up the freshish. But it all depends on how much they've got left in the tank.
True. I mean, it's a short space of time since we've played against them, but I mean, one of the major points, I mean, we probably said it throughout the season to be fair, and it's our fitness levels from. I mean, we all got stronger and stronger as the game got on. I mean, they always said that we are a second half team anyway, but I mean, our fitness levels this season been unreal. I mean, how we're finishing games just been awesome.
I mean, are we really a second half team? I mean, if you think about it, Barnsley at home. Sorry, I've referenced them again, but
Your favourite team?
we scored more in the first half of that game.
Mm.
Should have really kicked on. There was I think it was Reading where we scored early. That was more second half than first half, but we came out the blocks and scored early. You've got Blackpool away where we scored quite a few early doors. I mean, yeah, we've come back in a lot of games and we've scored late on, but that's just part and parcel of if you want to be successful, you score goals and keep going and going and going.
Mm.
Under how many managers would we have lost games because we just sat there and accepted the fact we were going to get beat? This team now doesn't have that. They're constantly fighting.
What are you expecting from Sheffield United tomorrow? I mean, I sort of said it Sunday as well, saying that I'm expecting us to. Yeah, I'm expecting Sheffield United to try and go for that goal. I mean, they'll probably try and score an early goal, but then I'm going to be expecting us just to play and actually every time they're going to try and press players, but we're just going to pickpocket them out, right, and to break on the counter attack as well. Which I don't want us to play counter attack football all game, but with the pace we got, I know that we're just going to be exploiting that space
They
that are going to be given to us.
they are gonna come out and fight. They are gonna make it as difficult as possible and try and quieten the crowd down.
Mm.
They want to make it as nervy and as tense as possible, and make it as unpleasant as possible for us. The easiest way to do that is to win kickoff, and from that kickoff, get in behind them at their centre backs and try and score an early goal. If you invite pressure onto your early doors, then you're just inviting a nervy occasion. But at the same time, if everybody just believes in the fact that Forest will score tomorrow, it will happen. I mean, I worked out, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that we have actually only had 3 0-0s this season.
Have you? Preston.
Yeah, all season.
Yeah, Preston.
Preston, West Brom, Luton.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that easy a stat. I can actually just recite the games like that now.
Yeah. Hashtag Lucas Stato.
So we'll score.
Mm.
Just to make sure we score before they do.
Yeah. I mean,
let's face it, right? All we have got to do is not lose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put the curse on tomorrow night, guys. So if I say, I'm not expecting you guys going to be clipping this, but especially if you're Sheffield United supported and you rewatch it again, and if it happens, I'm expecting you not to cut it. But I mean, that's Ben Osborne came out of Jack Colback's back pocket yet.
Dan!
I've been saying it all day yesterday. I mean, you guys can cut this comment and use it against me if he scores.
I did find it highly amusing that they played Ender Stevens in that game.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Against Spencer Johnson, the more experienced fullback. How very novice and clever.
Yeah.
No one's ever planned on putting a really experienced guy on them two, have they?
First time for everything. That's how I call it. But yeah.
I'm just excited. I mean, I've only been involved in 2 playoffs, right? I've only ever seen 2 playoffs. And they've both been really, really nervy. I have actually been the most confident in a Forest side for a while. And it's probably naivety, and I'll probably clip for this bit now, Dan, but I just don't see it not working.
It's going to be a gift.
Yeah. We've only lost 1 game at home since the turn of the year.
Yeah, I know. That double win this season at home. I mean, when I looked at it, I mean, for us to have that second leg at home, I felt confident. And I mean, I said it last week in Door's channel, and I said it on my channel as well. Friday to quite a few people that even though our playoff record isn't the best, you got to be feeling confident under Cooper that yeah, our playoff record's not the best, but we can do it.
Well, Cooper has more or less come in and has turned it to be totally different to normal. So anything that used to be normal about Forest isn't now. The only thing that's the same is playing on small pitches. But let's face it, the City Ground isn't small, Wembley isn't small. So, in essence, Joe Worrell will have no problems pinging them balls over to Johnson, Spence. Garner will play cross-field passes. Yates will be able to probably head the ball into the net instead of over the bar. You know, all these things. And they had their first leg and didn't really make that much of an impact with the atmosphere. we will make that place absolutely bounce.
Oh, it will be. It will be. Getting everyone to move. Stephen Cooper. Stephen Cooper. Just to get you like in the mood. Perhaps I put we have won our last 7 home games and all by 2 more goals. It's not that if we win, but by how many? Which is that is true though. I love the enthusiasm.
Yes, exactly. That is the attitude. It's not if we win, it's when we win, but it's by how many goals.
Mm,
I like it.
I do.
Oh god. Here we go again.
Yeah. So next door neighbours. But yeah, I completely agree with that comment, Pat. You're right about that. It is true what Pat just said. That's the thing. If we got, I don't know if you bet or not, Luke, but if we look at, I bet the 2 goals more plus on Sky. I bet they're going to look high for tomorrow for those to low.
Well, let's face it. It really should be 3 or 4 from the first leg. So all he's got to do is replicate that again, and you'll probably steamroller over their whole defence. They go on about how strong they are with John Egan, Chris Basham, and Jack Robinson at the back, and I'm thinking, ooh, big whoopee. Not much pace in that back line, is there?
What did you think today? Goal? Did you think it was handball?
Look, at the end of the day, it's a game of football with a Premier League referee, and ball goes into the box at that late time in the game, and Sheffield United are throwing everything at it. I just expected a goal. You weren't going to come out of the game 2-0 and then go to Forest and keep another clean sheet and absolutely kind of steamroller over them about them scoring. It just was never going to happen. But at the end of the day, we are the right side of a 2-1 game.
Yeah. The referee tomorrow, I don't know if you've not seen who the referee is tomorrow, but it's Michael Radifer. He is the ref tomorrow. I just got it up on there.
Yay! Woohoo! Yay!
So you guys
Sorry,
know.
just brewing a bit of enthusiasm.
Alright. Thought I'd try to get some enthusiasm. But yeah, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Goal prediction. Oh,
I don't mind that on the weekend. I did say 2-1. 2-1 is the favourite scoreline on the channel, though.
3-0.
Who you got scoring?
I don't really care. It could come off the backside of 3 Sheffield United players into their own net for all I care.
Oh, Stewart. Or the new alien person. But yeah, that is true. We could win it quite easily 3-0. If I get the words out. I'm not expecting a really tough game. I think I take a 2-1. I take a 1-0 as well. It'll be one of them games. I think there won't be many goals in it. I think if I was playing that with it Saturday, I think we'll score 2 or 3 goals right solid that.
It'll be tight up until we score. And then once we get the loudness of the crowd going, and if we can do a Leicester on him,
Mm.
where you just, let's face it, we've come up against stronger opposition in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you've just got to keep in it, battle, make the passes, and, anything's possible.
There might be scenes like this again with me just with a top on tomorrow. Before I put that out there.
Yeah, but Dan, it's not going to be anywhere near as cold tomorrow as it was then. That was in the middle of January or the start of December, and you were wearing only a t-shirt, and it was freezing. I think it was Peterborough at home.
It was.
I was that cold, my hands were vibrating.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the second leg of Huddersfield Luton is tonight, so are you tuning in to watching it?
Probably. I'll have it on either my phone or my TV, depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I'd like to say thank you for Luke for coming on.
No worries.
So I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys, as per usual. Get me to that 2K as per usual. I'd like to thank you. Goodbye.